We were right in the middle of the COVID pandemic. We had evacuated all of our offices for the purposes of keeping our employees safe at home, working remotely at home. We were trying to develop new methods of communication and making sure that our employees were informed of developments in the organization, especially as it pertained to our management of COVID. And I really didn't have a sense of cohesion in terms of our communication and how we were planning at the time. We were forming as a new group, and we hadn't really reached a sense of norms for communication, decision making, that type of thing yet, and needed to quickly because we were in a crisis. But I realized that we all needed to understand each other better to make some next steps. I knew we needed help, and I reached out to PeopleSense. And then they explained everything DiSC to me, and that might be a good place to begin to have a mutual understanding of different styles, but more importantly, to start to establish some norms of communication and semantics that we were using around the organization. So I think some of the surprises were, first of all, how much we laughed as we realized the differences within the group, and actually some of the very tender moments and some vulnerable moments. I was impressed with the level of vulnerability that every member of my team was able to display. I put everything DiSC on our weekly agenda so that we would revisit it, and I would remind folks of the commitment that I had made as a beginner for developing a strength around receptivity and objectivity and empathy. I hear people referencing other people's styles all the time, or saying, "Oh, of course, you know me," and then going into a description of their combination on the everything DiSC profiles. I think as a result of this everything DiSC and realizing that a strength and a weakness is not a judgment of your ability, has helped the senior management team look at some of our results and decide, well, we need to go here. Now we've been able to cascade the training down to the next much larger level of management. I think that we've really embraced it, and I think our challenge will be to keep it alive here, because I could have spent thousands of dollars on sending individual leaders out to leadership training here or there. They would have probably really enjoyed the day or week, have come back and had nobody around them, surrounding them, to encourage them to continue with stretch behaviors, whatever it was that they would have learned. So I felt it was a much better investment of dollars to have our whole organization immersed in a method of understanding each other and communicating with each other. I think that's the major change, is that we do have something to talk about when it comes to explaining behavior or explaining why we took a certain approach. So I would say if you're looking to bring a team together, this is a good tool to do that. And it is revelatory. You will learn something about yourself, and you'll be surprised at what you learn about your team.